Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Virgo for the month of February 2020. Welcome, Virgo. Hope you've had a nice new year and first couple of weeks of the new year everything's going well. Those of us down in the Australia here, Southern Hemisphere, so we're in summer, and as you all probably know, there's been a lot of terrible shocking bushfires down here, you know, rendering people and their homes and the animals, the poor animals, you know, just, it's been shocking. But never mind, we move forward and things can be, you know, rebuilt. Unfortunately, yeah, that's where we are, but we're all good and we're positive. So your energy for February is the Nine of Wands. So, Nine of Wands to me, my intuitive interpretation of it is the marathon. So it's your 41k. You're in 41k. You've got 1k left. You can see that finish line. You're exhausted. However, with the physical body, that's when adrenaline, our fabulous adrenaline kicks in and we get over the line. So the Nine of Wands, in my interpretation, is a bit like that. You're nearly at the end of a really physically exhausting, energy exhausting time, but you're almost there. So you just keep going, Virgo, and you people are masters of that. You're very slow moving. You're not people, you don't expect instant gratification by any point. Okay, so let's see the story for you for Feb. This is where you are right now. Yeah, the Hierophant. So this is the moral compass. I intuitively call him, as he looks like a pope. Well, he is sort of a pope. But in terms of where we are these days, we don't tend to, a lot of us don't go to church, but we have our own feeling about what that means to us. What's right, what's wrong, what flies, what doesn't. So this is where you are straight away, Virgo. So it's like, you know you'll get to the end. You know you'll finish the project. You know everything will be fine. But you will do it in your own special way, and it's very detailed, very slow moving, but that's how you roll. So just do what you would always do. It's authority as well. So it's doing it for yourself and knowing. You can't really cut corners with the Hierophant because, yeah, well, it just won't happen. What is crossing and influencing the Hierophant is this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So she's one of your people. Coins, Pentacles, Earth. Very much female energy coming in there. Very much like she's an Earth person, a Virgo woman. She's very patient. She doesn't really have to get off her throne and do anything anymore because she's already proved herself to everyone around her. So she's very strong. She's very earthed. She's got there by experience though, and she's just trustworthy. We could think of her as the Queen of England. Is very, very much the Queen of Pentacles in terms of how she goes about things, and she's still with us, still working. So it's that kind of energy, you know, very female, strong, earthed energy. So whoever she is to you. And I'm thinking, Virgo, that's for you, for the girls especially, the ladies, and then for the guys too. She may be somebody that you really rely on. Very trustworthy person. So December, January, let's see what's been going on in the background. And there's the Magician. Magician is the spirit messenger. Also, so this is very universe. This is coming from the universe. He's sort of there with you. He's your spirit guide, and he's like, okay, I've got an offer for you. On the positive side, there's lots of potential for it. Negative side, yeah, maybe a bit tricky. But isn't that just life? So just knowing, and even if you're feeling that too, just trust yourself and back yourself on that one, Virgo, because that's everything. Everything in life new projects. They're all, you know, there's always an element of trickery or risk. But as far as he goes, he's just going, well, come on, just get it done. So this is perhaps what's coming in after the Nine of Wands. The energy around. And there's your next project. Just waiting there. Recent influences, we have the 10 of Coins. So yeah, having reached the conclusion of something, this is financial stability in its, you know, at its best. And a typical for Virgo, a very typical card. Everything's just there. You know, there's money, there's stability. You've worked hard for it. It's taken you a while to get it, but you should be pleased and proud of that. So especially with coming in with new stuff as well, we've got financial stability, and that's what we want. Relationship as well, not forgetting relationships. It's looking pretty solid. If you're embarking on a new one, there's somebody come in, you've won, you know, very Virgo energy here. Everything's sort of very earthed. There's no sort of flighty behaviour. It's all good. As long as you feel it's right, go ahead. Okay. The lesson is the Seven of Swords. So there might be a bit of trickery there. There will be a bit of trickery. And I'm feeling like with your Hierophant there in your moral compass, you're already prepared for that. But that's good to know that. Bit of jealousy as well. And I think Virgos do suffer from people being quite jealous of them, because they just are methodical plotters. They just get on with things. They're slow and sure. They're just there. And it can rouse jealousy around them. But never mind about that. You just be aware of it. So if you're feeling a bit of that energy around, don't ignore it, Virgo. It's in a way, it's a backhanded compliment. But just to let you know, and you know that anyway, because it's around you, you sort of move past that. Near future, the Three of Wands. So near future, second week of February. There you go, expansion, growth, solid platform. Someone from overseas too, relationship-wise. This is an English person or a Scandinavian person. I just lump them all in together and say, well, they're usually Viking types. They're very, you know, when we all know the Vikings, what they're like. They're very adventurous souls. They don't mind travelling. They don't mind coming and helping themselves to things, taking it home. But very sort of iconic energies of people. So this involves someone like that as well. That's quite, yeah, they're really sort of, they've got good foundations, but they're also very adventurous. So it's just encouraging you to bring it. And if this is a relationship, you kind of need sometimes, Virgo, a bit of adventure and a bit of fun in the life too with this character. When we're talking about relationships. And he's someone from far away, basically, is my intuitive read on him and this card. Travel, adventure. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. Judgment. Yes, so the karmic debt has been paid off, Virgo. So we all have karmic debt with people. So we have debt with, you know, we have debt, monetary debt, and with people we have karmic debt. So karmic debt is, and this is the card for it, it's paid off. So move forward. So new people relationship-wise coming in, allow them in. I always believe in it, opposites attract. So, you know, let new people come in, let them inject a bit of fun in your life, a bit of adventure in your life, a bit of wild, because you've paid off all your karmic debt. It's also the card of crossroads. So yeah, things are coming to an end naturally. What's next? You've done all you can do. So there you go, beautiful card sitting down there. So just acknowledge that one, Virgo, because that's a really strong card. You've got some great energy cards coming in for February. Let's see how others see you, Virgo. Oh, not at all like you, the Knight of Swords. So, Knight of Swords is a very, not an impatient energy, but he's just on the move. And it's quite, when he comes in, it's sort of out of nowhere and at great speed. Sort of usually is abrupt energy, changes the whole dynamic of a situation. And because it is a knight, so it's a messenger of types. So this is others looking at you and saying, oh my God, that's out of character for the Virgo. This is the Gemini energy. So it's very fast moving, communication, coming in suddenly, screech of brakes, that sort of energy. And that's how people are seeing you in February. So really completely opposite. Mercury too comes to mind, the planet of Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And interestingly enough too, Virgo, Mercury also rules Virgo. So yeah, he's quite interesting. And this is another facet of yourself and a very young sort of energy too coming through. What you're feeling positive about in February? 6 of Coins. Very balanced. Very much saying, yeah, look, you've done a really good job. You're a good team worker. This is almost like the reference card. Yes, excellent teamwork, excellent working with others. Really balanced, really harmonious, really nice, very earth, very good. So feel pleased and feel proud of your efforts so far. And yeah, use those efforts to go where whatever's coming next, because I do feel like there's some new project coming next. So there's no fear of worrying about anything. Bit of jealousy here, but then that sometimes can be quite good if we apprehend jealousy in the right way. Final outcome, Ace of Swords. So good, two swords here in the reading. So maybe this Gemini as Knight of Swords coming in is bringing clarity as well. So the Ace of Swords is clarity. Clarity of vision and communication after difficult periods. So, you know, that's going to work well for you. Because, you know, if things have been, and with that Nine of Wands, that sort of really marathon sort of energy style, in comes the Ace of Swords. So it sort of says, listen, even though it was tough and rough, you've got a new brand of clarity. You've got, you know, you're seeing things with very clear eyes and a clear head. And you've learnt a lot. And victory after a struggle too. So you're going to get there nevertheless. So that's fabulous. The only card actually, Virgo, that I'm going to put a look under the surface of is this Seven of Swords. Because it's always a bit unsettling, that card. Because you think, oh, who's jealous of me? Why are they jealous of me? And especially Virgos, because they're so sort of... yeah, well, they're just focused. So they don't have time for getting into their head worrying about what the other people are doing. They're too focused on what they're doing. So let's see what's under that. Yeah, 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups, 2 sevens, there you go. 7 of Cups can be also the lesson of if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, seeming we're looking at the influencing card, which is here, and it's the Queen of Coins, who's very stable, etc. There may be that kind of energy too, that something might be a bit too good to be true. This won't resonate with all of you, but just, yeah, really trust your own judgment with those. Because people can be, they can, all sorts of layers to people. The other meaning of the 7 of Cups is sort of like a veil that's sort of over something. So, yeah, it's almost like it could be an illusion as well. Just saying, but there's 2 sevens there, so just... that's why you've got the Hierophant where you are right at the moment. Just use your own moral compass to sort of decode anything that you may feel is, oh, is that too good to be true? Oh, is that person really sort of going to do what they say? So it's all up to you about you being very much yourself and using that, your intuition to, and your moral compass to see how you really feel about things. Look, it's a very interesting reading, if I do say so myself. Oh, we forgot one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Virgo. Okay, so we forgot to turn over. Oh, we did. The Judgment card. Sorry, it must have flipped back over. Karmic debt. So look at this too with the lesson. So maybe this was one of those people that you had a karmic debt with. It's paid off. So, yeah, that makes sense. How funny. Well, we just sort of reiterated that, didn't we? Oh, Virgo, thanks so much for listening. Have a fabulous February and we'll talk in March.